beef between the two neighboring countries. George Maringa, KTN News.
Now, since colonial East Africa, Kenya and Somalia have had a love-hate relationship. The relationship has been defined by a wide range of issues, including insecurity and terror, territorial disputes, as well as disagreements over natural resources. And as KTN's Mark Namaswa now reports, Somalia does not take the matter of other countries recognizing the sovereignty of Somaliland or Jubaland lightly.
In 2017, newly elected Somalia President Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo arrived in Nairobi amidst pomp and a colorful reception.
We have agreed to revitalize our engagement in all areas of mutual interest within the context of a reactivated Joint Commission of Cooperation.
We discussed how our two brothering countries can work together to grow and prosper together.
3 years later, Somalia has cut diplomatic ties with Kenya.
Welcome.
This hot on the heels of a visit to Kenya by Muse Bihi, president of Somaliland. Somalia does not recognize Somaliland's sovereignty. This is not the first time these neighbors are having a strained relationship. The rifts date as far back as the 1963 to 1967, the era of shifter successionist wars, when then-President Jomo Kenyatta dealt with fighters keen on northeastern Kenya breaking away from Kenya. Come 1991, and the then Somalia President Siad Barre was toppled, signaling the start of an era when Somalia became a land of warlords. Then Somalia became a global terrorism playground. In 2011, Kenya sent its forces to Somalia to safeguard the interests of Kenya after Al-Shabaab staged attacks inside Kenya, taking tourists hostage. The move then was to secure the border. Later, AMISOM forces followed.
We, as civilians, work with the Somalis and with the government to help them build a narrative that is conducive to peace and stability.
In 2014, Somalia and Kenya squabbled over a triangular maritime zone off the Indian Ocean, rich in oil and gas deposits. The case went up to the International Court of Justice. But in 2019, a breakaway part of Somalia, just like Somaliland, elected Ahmed Madobe as president. Somalia did not recognize the move. Kenya did, a move that angered Somalia. And in November 2020, the relations started to worsen when Somalia sent Kenya's ambassador, Lieutenant General retired Lucas Tumbo, packing. It said Kenya had violated territorial and sovereign rights of Somalia. Jubaland was at the core of the conflict. The visit to Kenya by Somaliland President Muse Bihi appears to have been the trigger of the latest diplomatic tiff, but Kenya seems to be keen to maintain its relations with Somalia after it said a committee will be set up to resolve the differences. Mark Namaswa, KTN News.
Thanks, Mark. Mark Namaswa explaining how we got here. And after this quick commercial break here on KTN Prime, we shall be speaking to two gentlemen to